Hey guys, what's up? It's Finch here, and today we're going to be bringing you guys a World Cup game between xray of Team Germany and Mysterious M of Team Greece. Both of these guys had some success in round one, but xray in particular has been pretty dominant this generation and overused, putting up great records in both World Cup and SPL, so he's definitely the favorite in this match. With that said though, Mysterious M is bringing a really threatening team. It does have some major defensive holes, I must say, but offensively it synergizes together really nicely. I don't love this type of team because it doesn't really have the ability to match up well, like across the board, if you will, due to the fact that it lacks stealth rock. So it's basically just relying on the sheer force of his Pokemon breaking through the opponent's team. However, xray is not very commonly using things like Sand with Excadrill, which pretty much forces a kill every single time until the priority users come in. And he also doesn't use like Hard Stall with unaware users very often either. So I think it's a reasonable pick against him given that, especially because the breakers on Mysterious M's team like Crawdon and Togekiss tend to do pretty well against balanced teams, and xray uses a lot of balance in bulky offense. However, xray threw it up a little bit here differently. He's using a bulkier team here, which is surprising. Thankfully for Mysterious M, it doesn't really have any hard roadblocks to his team. In fact, Crawdon and Cinderace both look really good in this matchup, I'd say, especially for the U-turn Cinderace. In addition to that, Togekiss can potentially pick off kills if it gets a couple flinches on the Blissey as well. So definitely a lot of threats there in Mysterious M's team. Just to go through the entire six, it's got Rillaboom, Togekiss, Cinderace, Crawdon, Hydreigon, and Zeraora. Yeah, it's got some really cool offensive synergy. It's just the lack of Steel type, the lack of Stealth Rock, the lack of hazard removal, Let's say face Toxic Spikes, it's going to be a huge problem if anything gets knocked off, or, Rillaboom / Crawdon comes switching in. And another example is just the fact that something like Unaware, Quagsire, potentially hard-walling things like Cinderace and Zeraora makes it so you basically rely on 4 Pokemon to break a stall team. However, that could be mitigated by something like a Grass Type Zeraora or just repeated U-turns from Cinderace. So I think Mysterious M just has to play this team really aggressively in order for it to work, and I think that's a really cool dynamic of Greece's team building in general. The fact that they kind of play their players' strengths and say, okay, I'm fine with accepting a little pitfall here, so long as I'm going to get the most out of my player playing this team. And I think that's something that they look at that maybe goes beyond the builder, that kind of people on the outside don't really notice. So that's a really interesting strategy there on their end. As for xray, you definitely wanted to change it up a little bit here, as perhaps he thought that the kind of balance and bulky offense he was bringing before might either be a bit predictable or just not really suited for this matchup. So he wanted to go with a bulkier team here. So he's got the nice backbone with Slowbro plus Blissey plus Amoonguss. He also has Mandibuzz for Ghost Resist, Defog, etc. Magearna and Cinderace round out the team because why the hell not? You can't really go wrong using those Pokemon. So yeah, looking at the matchup, I definitely think Crawdon and potentially Nasty Plot Hydreigon are going to do really well for Mysterious M here. Of course, there are some checks to both Pokemon, such as Amoonguss being able to 1v1 Amoonguss and Magearna being able to 1v1 Crawdon, and the prospect of Nasty Plot Hydreigon if it lacks Roost being walled by Blissey or Thunder Wave by Blissey, as well as Magearna 1v1ing it and Cinderace potentially being able to kill it as well. So we're going to wait and see if xray is going to be able to respond to the very impressive offensive presences in Mysterious M's team, or if he's going to fold in the process of trying to do so. Let's get into the game now before we talk about it too much. Sorry about that. All right. So xray's going to lead off with Mandibuzz and into the Cinderace. It's a pretty good lead for xray there. He does take a U-turn for 21%, revealing that he's more physically defensive. And he encounters the Togekiss here, and he gets a Toxic off on that right off the bat. That's a really great play. And since there's no Steel type or Poison on Mysterious M's team, it was a free Toxic hit to everything. But Mysterious M, despite running a very offensive team, actually is Heal Bell. But Magearna comes in here for xray, and it does specs Volt Switch damage into the Cinderace there, 57%. So yeah, that's huge. Cinderace is going to get a U-turn off into Slowbro for 40% and go into the Hydreigon, but it's probably going to be on a Teleport. Yeah, so he's not going to be able to retain that momentum as Cinderace comes in here now. Probably going to go for the U-turn or High Jump Kick. Yeah, it is not High Jump Kick. Most of them just run U-turn for that. And that's going to leave the Togekiss in again on the Magearna. Magearna goes for Flare Cannon, and it takes out the Togekiss after an Air Slash miss. It would have needed like a million flinches to take him out. So that's really good there for xray. But now the Cinderace comes in, and it U-turns, perhaps predicting the Slowbro, and xray makes a great play and goes to Amoonguss, giving Rocky Helmet damage on it. And now Amoonguss is better positioned against things like that, Hydreigon, than the Slowbro at least. But either way, he goes Blissey here, predicting a Draco. And now a double to Crawdon means that Mysterious M gets a free Swords Dance on a Toxic, and now he just gets a kill with Crabhammer here. Alright, that's a great idea. Magearna comes in now, but perhaps Mysterious M is plus speed and wins the speed tie and gets a Crabhammer up and takes out that Magearna as well. So now all of a sudden, with that little bit of luck there, Mysterious M's in a great position, but X-Ray baits the Aqua Jet, doubles to Slowbro here, and now he's going to minimize what this does as the Crawdon is forced to go for knockoff into the Slowbro, and he knocks off into the Mandibuzz switch. So ultimately, it wasn't able to get another kill here, but it was able to really weaken the Mandibuzz, which helps a lot for Cinderace, Hydreigon, and Rillaboom as the Hydreigon comes in and Draco Meteors to revenge kill this. So now we're in a 4-3 game in favor of Mysterious M, but Cinderace comes in here now. It Powerballs, knowing it'll live the -2 Draco, and perhaps predicting a U-turn that he'd live. Mysterious M goes for the Nasty Plot, which I don't really make much sense of. So now, knowing he's ready to U-turn a Gunk Shot, he goes to Rillaboom just to fire it off. It's not very useful here. He gets another Gunk Shot and it dies. But now a Grassy Seed Zero Aura comes in. Is this going to be like Bulk Up with Acrobatics? He goes Bulk Up as the Amoonguss comes in. Okay, Acrobatics comes out and it only does 70%. That's not enough for Mysterious M. Really cool set, but definitely not enough here. So now the Amoonguss gets a sleep off, and let's think about this here. With Grassy Train up, Giga Drain's definitely a 3 at KO. There's no leftovers on this as well. He's gonna at least be asleep for one turn, and the question is afterwards, is he gonna take a long sleep? And if so, is +1 Zero Aura gonna be able to take out a Slowbro? Is this gonna be a Sucker Punch Cinderace, and will it live a +1 Plasma Fist, etc.? So a lot of things are gonna decide this game here. It's very open. But there's going to need to be a short sleep for Mysterious M to have a great chance. So we'll have to wait and see. Going to be asleep the first turn. Yeah, that happens. Okay, Giga Drain does 37. All right, so now, is he going to stay asleep here? If so, then the game's going to be one for X-Ray. And he does stay asleep. Yeah, he gets to normal sleep. All right. So now, barring a crit Acrobatics, the game is over. X-Ray is going to win this game for sure. He does wake up here. Yeah, Acrobatics, but it doesn't crit. It does the same 70%. And Giga Drain takes it out. So yeah. Oh, Sludge Bomb takes it out. Whatever. Same difference there. But yeah, it would have just done more than that. Switch in to make sense. Now we go Slowbro on the Cinderace, and now the game is pretty much wrapped up, barring insane amount of hacks. I assume he just fires off the Amoonguss against this as well. I mean, we know it's already going to be nasty about Draco. He goes Flamethrower. Yes, it's probably not even Roost. So, yep. So it looks as if X-Ray is going to be able to emerge victorious in a really tight game featuring some cool sets on the Mysterious M side. He goes for the U-turn into the Cinderace, but there's no reason not to just go to the Slowbro here. And I think the Slowbro can honestly just clinch the win with the Scald. Yep, he does just that, and that'll be that. So, yeah, we're gonna be it was a really close game, but Draco missed, didn't matter because Cinderace is at full health. So even if he went Hydreigon in the Scald, Cinderace doesn't always one-shot opposing Cinderace, so the opposing Cinderace would have won the game. And yeah, that's gonna be that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this game. Definitely let me know your thoughts on the teams, especially Mysterious M seems it was a pretty cool but risky team in my eyes. And the game itself, we saw some really interesting sets. We saw Cinderace do really well for X-Ray. And on the flip side, we saw an acrobatic Grassy Seed Zero Aura for Mysterious M. So definitely some things that are worth discussing, some discussion points. But yeah, be sure to be active in the comments. Let me know what you think. And if you guys enjoyed the World Cup content, then like and subscribe to the channel as well, guys. We're getting close to 5,000 subscribers, so it means the world to me if we can hit that. But yeah, have a great day and peace out, guys. Bye.